There, I'm joining you live with a very important update as far as the Indian team and its preparation for the fourth Test match in Manchester is concerned. There's grave news coming in right now, one that impacts the playing 11 straight away. There have been a few injury concerns, as you know already. Arshdeep Singh, we've told you, has been in doubt because there was the strapping that was seen on his bowling arm. Pictures of that we've shown you here on Sports Day a couple of days back. Jasprit Bumrah, question marks remain on him whether or not he will be playing. But this recent development now indicates that perhaps you will have to have a Jasprit Bumrah play because there's too many injury concerns for the Indian team to handle at the moment. Let me cut the chase and bring you the latest update that we're getting from Manchester right now. So what happened during one of the training sessions today, it turned out to be in fact a gym session for the concerned player, and I'm talking about Nitish Kumar Reddy. Nitish Kumar Reddy hit the gym today, and it was during the gym session that he hurt himself. What we're picking right now, it's a knee injury that he's picked up, and because of that, there's been a bit of a ligament tear that he may be suffering. So because of that, you may not see him not just in Manchester, but you will perhaps not see him for the remainder of the series. Now, that's a big blow to the Indian team because Nitish Kumar Reddy played in the second test match and in the third test match. What this also means is, could you now be looking at a scenario where a Shardul Thakur has to now be roped in again into the playing 11 because you started the series with a Shardul Thakur. So the Indian team is playing with a fast bowling all-rounder. Shardul, you started with. Second and the third match, you played a Nitish Kumar Reddy. Although his returns in both the departments one that fruitful with the ball, though he was much better than with the bat. I remember him dismissing the two openers in the third test match. However, this has direct implications on the playing 11 for the Indian team that now has not one, not two, but three injury concerns. There is a Jasprit Bumrah you need to worry about. There is a Rishabh Pant you need to worry about. You've got an Arshdeep Singh's hand that is injured as well. In fact, make that four because Nitish Kumar Reddy is the fourth player that has injury concerns. Now, in fact, for him, things look extremely grave and it doesn't look like he'll probably carry on from where things stand right now. So for the remainder of the series, you may not see a Nitish Kumar Reddy. So look at the number of changes that the Indian team will now have to go ahead. You need a replacement for a Nitish Kumar Reddy. You will also have to think as to what you do in case there is Rishabh Pant who can only play as a specialist batter. Then you have to have a Dhruv Jurel come into the side as well. Now, does Dhruv Jurel fit into the number 3 slot and out goes Karun Nair, or do you then think it'll be a scenario where Karun Nair maintains his position at number 3, but Dhruv Jurel then occupies Nitish Kumar Reddy's position? Now, if that's the case, then that changes the bowling combination entirely. You will have to go in with 3 seamers, but you will perhaps then be cutting out on a bowler because Ravindra Jadeja, needless to say, reserves his position. So the Indian team, is it ready then to go with 3 seamers, hopefully with a Jasprit Bumrah there, and include Ravindra Jadeja there? Can that be a combination that the Indian team is willing to go with? Is something they will have to now look seriously into. Ankur Singh says that the Indian team will have to look into getting in Kuldeep Yadav back. How do they do that? And Manchester, Ankur, if I was to answer your question, I doubt if the Indian team is going to be looking at Kuldeep Yadav for the Manchester Test match. The conditions there, the ball can get you, you can get as a fast bowler banana swing over there. As we've seen, it is expected to be overcast. In fact, the overhead conditions look firmly in favor of the fast bowlers because there's rain anticipated for a large chunk of that test match. In fact, 56% is what you're looking at. Ankur Singh says go with 2 pacers and 3 spinners. I highly doubt that, Ankur. As I was saying, the conditions with 55 to 56%, somewhere around that mark, is what you're expecting the rain percentage to be, the rain probability to be. And it's such is the case on 3 out of the 5 days. So it's going to be a rain impacted match by the looks of it. With weather, nothing can be said for sure. Ankur goes ahead and says that drop Washington, Sundar, then. But with Washington, the drift that he got. Also, with the bat, he probably struggled, but he's shown glimpses that he can contribute with the bat. And I doubt the fact that he got to those three crucial wickets if there is Washington Sundar going out of this side. Couple of other comments before I wrap this chat up. Freaking awesome says, would they play an extra batter in place of Nitish? I have a feeling you will be going ahead and doing just that. There was anyway a lot of conversation of Dhruv Jurel. Perhaps Jurel comes in, out goes Nitish, but that troubles, that sort of changes your bowling combination. He was a better batter, as we saw, better bowler than a batter. Nitish Kumar Reddy, he got you those couple of wickets. Or the other option is, as Ankur now comes up with another comment, that you drop a Karun Nair and you slot in a Jurel in his position. Now what that does is that changes your batting order though, and I'm sure that's not just Ankur's thought, but that is a thought that many of you could be having right now. Then that completely changes the batting order. Do you ask your captain to go back to batting at number 3, or do you ask a Jurel now to bat at number 3? That is something the Indian team will have to now decide, because if you want to keep the same number of batters and bowlers, or the same bowling combination, so if you, let's say, bring in a Shardul Thakur, out goes Nitish Kumar Reddy, then for Dhruv Jurel, since you need somebody to keep the wickets as well, the only spot I in that case see is the number 3 spot. But that is something that can backfire as well, because Dhruv Jurel is not used to batting at number 3 for the Indian team. Yes, he's hit a couple of good 50s. We saw his splendid efforts in that series against England, especially the match in which he played a very good knock alongside Shubman Gill, both of them getting half centuries if I'm not wrong. But all those knocks, all those brilliant knocks of valor and patience that we've seen from Dhruv Jurel have come when he's been asked to bat at 6-7 with the tail, and that's where we've seen. So somebody batting 6-7 being asked to bat at number 3, that can backfire as well, my friend. That is, of course, going to be dominating the conversation now as we build up to this test match. Plenty of things that India need to worry about at the moment, and let's see what is it that India now go ahead with. We'll keep getting you updates. So you remember, we've got Rahul, my colleague, who's on the ground. He's been sending all the updates as well. He's been filing beautiful ground reports. Go ahead and check some of those reports out. You'll find them in the playlist called Ground Reports. And stay tuned, it's a developing story. That there are a lot of concerns now brewing for the Indian team. So in case you're new to our channel, do subscribe, hit the bell, so that you get notified every time we have an update, not just from the cricketing world, but from other sports as well. Siddharth, my colleague, will be back very shortly. If you're somebody who likes chess, you follow chess, there's something in the chess world that needs your time and attention as well. So watch out for that quick update that Siddharth will shortly be coming up with. Thank you so much for your comments, for your thoughts, and for your time.